Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Civilization 6 Rise and Fall. So, a commenter by the name of Darth Hugh helpfully pointed out that the reason we have shared vision with the Kree is because Poundmaker gives us shared visibility. All of his alliances have shared visibility. So it's not anything to do with cultural alliances specifically. The downside of that is that I no longer know how shared visibility works, apparently. I could not, messing around in the deals menu, I could not find a way to actually get shared visibility out of our alliance with Victoria. I wonder if it's maybe like a high-level alliance thing, like maybe level 3 alliances give shared visibility or something. I don't know. Anyway, possibly somebody will set me right on that in the comments. If not, we'll figure it out. So we have stuff that needs doing here. We got to figure out if we are going to declare war to defend Mohenjo-Daro and Arabia or not. I have access to the Hwacha, don't I? Yeah, we got the gunpowder. How much does it cost to upgrade an archer into a Hwacha? 290. That's a lot. Well, might be worth doing, though. Gonna be a couple of turns before we can do it, but like we upgrade an archer to a Hwacha. Like we move this archer into Mohenjo-Daro's territory so that we can do that. And then we maybe go on the offensive. This catapult's a little out of date. Where are we on catapult replacement? Okay, metal casting's right here. It requires niter, but we have niter. After industrialization, that might be... Let's queue that up. There's also the pike and shot unit, which is new. I don't... melee strength 55, anti-cavalry... Actually, he has quite a few knights. Yeah, that might be a thing that's helpful. Okay. Where are we on envoys? I think I'm just gonna bank all of our envoys in Mohenjo-Daro for now. I'm just thinking that if somebody else took suzerainship from us, I believe we get forced out of their borders. Which would, like, Alexander could do that, right? He could take suzerainship, force us out of their borders, then move his units in, and then do stuff. Or some unwitting fool might do it for him. And I noticed that there are 2 diplomat governors here, so I'm gonna bank an envoy as defense. Is there anything else terribly important that we need to do? No, I don't think so. The other thing we need is builders. We're gonna need a builder for this city. We're gonna need a builder for this city, so that's something to think about. Do we still have the builder social policy? We do. Okay. We're also still running +1 production in all cities. That might be replaceable. I don't know. I guess we are about to put down 2 new cities, and 1 production is a big deal in a totally new city.
Often have you heard that told.
Ah, that said, Medina Quarter is also very good. Do we have 3 districts in many of our cities, though? This is the capital? Capital is Seiyun, and the capital is 3 districts, so it would get 2 housing, which it doesn't, it kind of needs. Jeonju does not. Oh, it will as soon as this finishes, that's right, that's a 3rd. And in fact, we'll be able to build a 4th district immediately after, which we want to do, because we want a harbor here. You have 3, the government thing. And you do need the housing. Okay, we do want to do that then. So I guess we could just drop... Yeah, I'm going to drop urban planning. It's such a small bonus, and I hold on to it for so long. But the fact is, 1 point of production is worth a lot. Like, production is by a huge margin the most useful resource. Especially through the early game. Like, not even through the early game, but through the early growth of a city. So do we want to do this? I kind of think, for right now, we should hold off. And here's my thinking here. We might be able to get a joint war out of Victoria. I believe she doesn't care for Alexander. Yeah. They were buddy-buddy before, not so much now. Oh, she has an alliance with Pedro. I wonder if we get an alliance with Pedro. Do I even want an alliance with Pedro? I don't know. But, yep, that's how I feel about it too. See, an economic alliance is the only type I'd really be interested in, and that's the one that he has with Victoria. Well, whatever. Friendship's cool, too. So we might be able to get some assistance here. Although I believe if you declare a joint war, you don't get the warmonger penalty reduction of a good Casus Belli. We could declare a formal war because he's had us denounced for so long. We could go in. We could like burn Pydna instead of taking it. Maybe we take it because it has 2 olives and spices. Like, it actually might be worth keeping. But then we liberate Jerusalem and Auckland, and that reduces the warmonger penalty considerably. We can liberate Mecca, too. That's not his city. And then maybe we burn the stuff to the north, or maybe we just leave it, because at that point he's going to be pretty crippled. Actually, that's not really true, is it? Because this is all his original stuff. But I'm worried about the warmonger penalties. I'm worried about the fact that he apparently has a lot of knights, which we don't really have a great answer to. We should probably bring our knight back up to the front. If some barbarians spawn, we'll figure it out. I'm not going to be too worried about it. I forgot about this guy. We got to buy this tile. It's 3 tiles out for both cities, so I guess it doesn't really matter. It is going to be half a point of housing. Who needs the housing more? Actually, they both really need the housing. So that's what we're doing instead of making that Huacha, because I do want the... Yeah, I think we're just going to not... I'm going to not declare, I think. You get over here. Clear this barbarian encampment. And once we're clear on the channel, I'm going to put this thing into auto-explore mode. We don't really need it to be manual. I'm just trying to clear out the dark spots on the map. But I didn't want to do it while it was over here, because I didn't want it to decide that the tiles this way are more important. Okay, you are exactly where I want you to be. We need workers, but this lighthouse is going to give us a trade route capacity, so I think I'm going to make this first. And then, we have a couple of things finishing over the next few turns. I assume making the worker here is not really feasible. Yeah. Why don't we make for you a watermill? You have a source of rice, so it'll be 2 food and 1 production. Yeah, go ahead and do that. And we're going to... I'm going to focus the city on growth. The watermill doesn't need to get done anytime soon. We need population more than anything else. And we're promoting Reina. We're promoting Reina through Harbor Master, despite the fact that we don't currently have a commercial hub or a harbor in Jeonju, because tax collector is where we're actually going. But we will have a harbor, eventually. Right after the theater square finishes, in fact. Do I want to bank another envoy here? I don't actually get to see how many envoys anybody else has, right? I click on this. No. Oh, no, I totally do. Okay, so we should just check this periodically, and when somebody else goes up to 3, we should go up to 5. Or maybe we should just go up to 5 now. I'm going to go up to 5 now. Because I will forget to look. The other thing, actually, Mohenjo-Daro's suzerain bonus is not useless, right? Most of our cities are near freshwater, but not Yangsan, and not the city that we're planning to put down over here, so... Hey. Wait a minute. Where's this guy going? Where's, I have a horseman or something over here, don't I? Don't I have something fast? Oh, I have a knight incoming. Should we move Sun Tzu back to the front? I moved him over here because I thought I was going to have him create his great work, but since he can't do that, classical and medieval era units get his bonus. So each great general gives bonuses to units of different eras based on the era that general is connected with. So classical and medieval. That's horsemen and swords. Bows are ancient era. Spears are ancient era, and the musketman is obviously beyond medieval. So okay, it's not worthless to bring him up here. It might not matter much, but it could be meaningful. So this guy has 1 build left. We'll make a farm. Right, my thinking with this is that I just want to try to get in this guy's way. I think he's headed toward... He could be headed toward their coast, but he could be headed toward our coast. Because like I said, it is a valuable spot. He might settle like here, which would be kind of annoying, but not something I'm actually worried about. But if he were to settle over here and steal our chocolate, that would be an issue. I have feelings about that chocolate.
What a grand sight this must present in the wet season. Waterfalls
Okay.
in every direction.
Not a fantastic natural wonder, but it's cool that the Kree are continuing to explore the world for us. We make a good neighbor. Ah, beautiful. Oh, and we're the first person to get a tech in the industrial era. So when you move your civilization into a new era, you get 1 point, but you get 2 points if you're the first one to get into that era. So let's move you up here. Next turn, we'll set him on Auto Explore. I'm gonna get over near the chocolate and see if I can. You can often just body block people's settlers and frustrate them that way. We might even want another unit over here for this. Here, we'll start moving our horsemen this way, and we'll have this spearman trade spaces with him next turn, so that the spaces around Mohenjo-Daro remain impassable. We've discovered sources of coal. Oh, nice. Okay, the builders that we're going to make have a lot of important stuff to do. And we're just going to move Sun Tzu forward, and we're going to park him like on one of the swords, or on probably on the musket man. Even though he doesn't give a bonus to the musket, he'll be safest there. Oh, you have another point of movement left. So you could go here, you could go here. Okay. Wasn't there a swordsman over here? Where'd he go? Actually, let's keep an eye on the settler. Ah, he's getting in the water. We have 1 turn left on ours. If he starts heading south, it's not a big deal. If he starts heading west, I'm concerned. Okay, you're going on Auto Explore. This is going to be tricky. I hate it when they mislead you about the distance they can move. Like that. Oh no, actually I was looking at his effect aura, not his movement range. So we probably ought to keep running an industry route out of this city, I think. I want to make sure that that industrial zone gets done as quickly as possible. You still have 3 movement, but it's not enough to get across that river. We want to be careful. Obviously, I don't want to get my archer directly attacked. And the quadrireme can only soften up guys who are on the edge of the water. Well, the workshop's important. The workshop's for industry too, remember, because we have this. But it doesn't give a boost to our unit production anyway, and we do need, like, we need builders for a couple of reasons. I want to be able to swap that builder policy out for something that's a little bit better for us. So how many do we need? There's several spots around here we want to pick up. We want to pick up these coals. We want to keep improving stuff here. We're going to need at least 2 builders. 2 5-charge builders. And actually, we need another one up here. And Guangzhou still has some stuff, so like we need at least 3 builders. Alright, Reina is now established in Jeonju. It's going to have 10 population by the time she can get her +2 gold per point of population thing, so that's going to be pretty alright. Man, people are completing wonders all over the place. Yep, this is bad. If we can get our horsemen in position over here... Man, I don't even know. I'm very worried. I'm very worried that this settler is going to ruin everything. Ah, I told you the Kree were going to think that was a good place to settle. Should have put some urgency on this. I mean, I guess we made the worker in the highest production output place we could. If you stand on the space they're intending to settle on, they sometimes just stop moving. It might be here. He might be trying to settle next to the cattle. He was still moving when I was standing here, which makes me think... Yeah. No, let's be here. Just dancing back and forth. Oh, hey, there's that swordsman. Actually, there's a couple of swordsmen left, it turns out. Well, we can move our archer forward and attack here. The swordsman only has 2 moves, so he can't hit us. But we may have to retreat into the water next turn. And who is this? Isaac Newton. Oh! Okay, instantly builds a university and library in this district. The universities provide +2 science. Isaac Newton's a very good, great person. So this one doesn't have a university yet. Obviously, for optimal benefit, you want to use him in a place where you don't even have a library, but I'm not going to quibble over the amount of production that a library costs. And all of our other campus districts actually do have a university or are very close to having their university. So yeah, let's port him over to this city. We'll use him here. He'll build us a free university, and then he gives all universities +2 science for the rest of the game for us, which is a fantastic bonus. We are really doing a good job on great scientist points. Alright, let's see what this settler does. Oh, interesting.
In peace, one is despoiled by mercenaries. In war,
That's interesting.
by one's enemies.
Plus culture plus science from international trade routes when we're already compelled to build international trade routes. Yeah, but I don't think I want to swap any of my stuff. Like, this is never going away. This is very useful. We're still building builders. Oh, I've constructed so many types of districts. We got a thing. Yeah, we still need builders. We're gonna keep our policies the way they are for a little while longer. Let's make another one. Or should I make a trade route? Bam. That was like 14 science right there. Boy. Just try to make it really awkward for him to make landfall where he wants to make landfall. You're good right there. Okay, yeah, so you fall back into the water. Okay, Jeonju wants a harbor. So, notice that the commercial hub takes more time to build than some of these other districts. There is an extra cost associated with building multiples of a district in your empire, I believe. It doesn't show on the production cost here at the top, but it does show on the one at the bottom. Actually, no, it doesn't. Yeah, it does. This is 258 production because we have commercial hubs already. So a harbor, I think, will be very useful. Reyna will get us some more gold from it. We're going to get... Oh, man, we're going to get a lot of gold out of Reyna. We need another title for her, though. Oh, when this finishes, she's going to get one. Okay. Yeah, we're good. You should probably help us... Yeah, build that trader. All great admirals can use the retirement ability an additional time. Great engineers have an additional charge. Great engineers have an additional charge is bananas. That is such a good ability. Must be built adjacent to a harbor. So we'd have to lay it over our incense or our mine. I don't want to lay it over this mine, obviously. But you know what? Oh, I can't remove the luxury. The odds that we'll actually get this are not super high. But, man, great engineers have an additional charge is awfully good. I'm going to go for it. We're going to lay it over the mine. If it fails to build, we'll have to rebuild the mine. But I would really like it. Oh, it was 17 turns to completion when we had the industry from that mine. Now it's a little worse. We don't actually get any benefit out of placing the 6th envoy here. And we're still way ahead of everybody else. I think we'll just hold this envoy. I don't know what we could possibly need it for, but we might meet a new city-state yet. There's a lot of territory unexplored. What else? Anything else? Feels like I'm forgetting something. We have the capacity for another trade route. We should probably make the trader. How much does it cost to buy a trader? 360, so not really feasible. We'll just wait until this builder's done, I guess, or we're completing stuff up here. Maybe we'll make the trader in Seoul. Alright, the majority of England's cities are Protestant. 2 different allied friends have given us the same gossip there. Okay, he got back in the water. We can block his landing here. This warrior is such... Oh my god, Valleta's units are so annoying. So where do we actually want to place our city? I think it's here, right? Cattle's there. Coco's out too. Right next to the pearls. 3. So we can't get the fish that way. We get these fish eventually. These are within 3. That puts this other cattle within 3 as well. Yeah, this is the spot. We just need to keep making it difficult for that settler to make landfall. I think we're going to move this trade unit over here. We're going to try to feed as much industry into Yangsan as possible. Oh, we should probably run trade units out of Daegu. Well, getting the wonder done is very important, though. Right, the armory is 2 production and a great general point. The workshop is 4 production because of our city-state and a great engineer point. That seems like pretty much a no-brainer. Although delaying them for the trader, I think, is the right thing to do. Or Hatton could make the trader. Yeah, it's pretty important that we get these workshops up. We want to get those great engineer points. Actually, Gwangju might be the one that makes the trader. Here are building workshops. England is still Protestant.
The construction of this build.
Uh-oh. Well, he can't settle the turn he makes landfall. 2, 3. This is a legal settling space. We kind of need another unit over here. I should have planned ahead a little bit more. Like, if I could block all 3 of these spaces, we'd be safe. But I can't afford him landing in any of them. Shoot. Well, we do have the option of establishing next turn by building our city on top of the cattle. If he lands, we may have to. Because if we double move to here, we won't be able to settle the same turn. As it'll depend on what he does. We can definitely take this city spot from him, but we may have to build over the cattle, which I would not like. But if it has to happen, it has to happen. We shall see. So you stay right there. Yeah. Okay. Wherever gives us the most industry. Yeah, it took a couple of turns off. Oh, look at that. 6 industry from that mine. That's beautiful. And actually 7 industry, because that mine will have upgraded the industry from our industrial zone. Production. I keep saying industry. I played so much Endless Legend where it is called industry. Alright, we're going to get this. And actually, this can be our first source of era points in the new era, because we're... What are we, 2 turns out? Yeah. We are not anywhere close to golden aging again. That's fine. Gwangju, you need to make us this trader. And a governor title for Reina. Obviously, tax collector. This hasn't updated yet. It will. We are getting 11 gold per turn from our envoys. That emergency is the gift that keeps on giving. Friendship with Saladin. Okay, well, we can refriendship him. I don't know that I think he's going to be in the game very much longer, so an alliance might not really be meaningful. How's this stuff going up here? I noticed that he has no walls, and his city is completely... well, I mean, he's not sieged. Or maybe we wouldn't see it if he was. Is he still at war with Alexander? I assume he is. Yeah. You know what? Let's create a military alliance. No, he wouldn't do it. Okay. I was going to say, that way if we do go to war with Alexander, we'll have a combat strength bonus, but he doesn't want my help. Fair enough, I guess. He's the boss. So we just got access to a new policy card. Republican Legacy. +1 housing and +1 amenity in any place of the district. This will be replacing serfdom, probably, when we're done making builders. Alright, let's see what happens over here. Surely you cannot believe in nothing. Okay, one of his agendas has to do with religion. He's mad that we don't have religion. Oh, that's perfect. Okay, so we get exactly the spot we want. England has completed development of humanism. That's actually not a big deal for us. They're ahead of us on culture, but I imagine a lot of people are ahead of us on culture. Let's see. 66, 61, 53, 65, and then we're down here, and poor Arabia has nothing. That's alright. You don't need a huge amount of culture to win a science victory. It certainly does help, but you don't need a huge amount. Let's get this other coal. And we have another builder who can come down here and get stuff done. I guess we still want to improve things around our campus as well. Over here. And actually, are you growth focusing right now? You are not. Growth focus. There's a button for that, but I'm going to micromanage it and just be forgetful. How about that? How about we do things that way? Alright, so next turn we get to put down our city. And I actually don't want to clear the camp yet, right? Yeah, I want to wait. Okay, I'm on a hill. He can't actually hit us this turn. Yeongju, I think we need one more builder. And then in 2 turns, when that's finished, we'll be done with serfdom for now. You need to build your harbor. I want the city to be able to put out naval units. We're okay on housing. I don't need the granary. Can I buy this tile? Oof. Well, I think it's the right thing to do, though. The faster we get all these built, the faster we get all of our trade routes going. And obviously trade routes are crazy powerful. So what are we doing next? We have the units that we need to defend ourselves if stuff should kick off. Which is to say, if I decide to kick stuff off. We're headed toward rocketry. Chemistry is the next big science boost for us, so we need to move this way. I just hit chemistry. What do we get? Astronomy and the Potala Palace. That's fine. Banking. Yeah. Alright. Seems reasonable. We should probably reorder these, though, right? Astronomy doesn't actually help us very much. We should get banking first, because banking's more useful. Yeah, we'll go to chemistry and we'll figure stuff out from there. We're playing a very internal game over here. All right, somebody just built the Colossus in 400 AD. All right, we've entered the Renaissance era. We've received quests to...
24-hour banking.
Hey, shh. Trade route to Candy. Entertainment complex for Buenos Aires. Train a cavalry. Train any unit from the cavalry class to get another envoy in Mohenjo-Daro, which is a place that we actually would like for one to be. So if I put this city down here, 1, 2, 3, so he still will be able to found over here. I'm not too broken up about that. It doesn't seem like a very good idea, though. Won't he lose that city to loyalty pressure? I don't know. I don't know what his deal is. All right, I think I'm going to keep this guy here as a defender, and we're going to move the knight back to the front. That's a lot of swords. Hey, I didn't get any era score. Does that stop being worth era score eventually, or... It might be that you can only score that a certain number of times, or it might be that it's not worth anything after a certain era. Or it might even be like a camp that was founded before era X is only worth points for a couple of eras to keep you from, like, farming them, maybe? I don't know. Hey, we 1 XP at a time to our way to a promotion. Cool. I don't probably need walls right away. I don't think... He's not going to attack us. We have an alliance. So, what I do need is... What is it that I do need? We currently have housing as though we were on freshwater thanks to Mohenjo-Daro. So we don't need a granary. Maybe the best thing to do would be to build a harbor. Actually, a harbor right here is a significant amount of money. Because it gets adjacency bonuses from sea resources. Yeah, we'll build a harbor to put up another trade route. It won't actually take 272 turns, but it is going to be a minute, probably. Alright, so normal loyalty pressure. These are different. There's no science one. I'm concerned about that. So +1 era score every time you finish a district. +2 every time you convert a city to your religion. +3 era score every time you could discover a new continent or natural wonder. +1 era score each time you kill a non-barbarian naval unit. Or +1 every time you complete a trade route. Well, these are not great. +3 era score each time you discover a new continent or natural wonder. Are there likely to be more continents that we've not yet discovered? We only see 3. I don't actually know how many usually spawn. But this entire landmass we know is Vendian. Our continent over here... Actually, we may have discovered all of the major landmasses, right? Yeah, because we can see the entire ocean, so... Actually, no. There's almost certainly no more continents. There might still be natural wonders to discover. I don't know that we will kill any non-barbarian naval units. Like, Reform the Coinage isn't going to be very many era score points, but it's going to be more than 0. Whereas this might literally be 0. And this will be some... Let me think here. That's not getting finished. That is... As is that. We don't have space for another one here. We do have space for another one here. We could build another district in Gwangju, although I don't know what it would be. We could build a theater square somewhere. Okay, so we're looking at Monumentality probably being worth 2 or 3. Reform the Coinage is going to be worth more than that. Our more trade routes will come to an end. Yeah, I think Reform the Coinage, but it's not going to be very much era score, which means we have to generate 24 era score, or 23 rather, math. And I don't know how we're going to do it. So this will be interesting. Great people will help. If we manage to complete this wonder, I'm sure that's worth some era score. I guess sure is not the right word. I don't know, but it's gotta be, right? Also, we gotta keep an eye on the religion thing. Yeah, I mean, this isn't actually much of a change. I'm getting a little worried, though. It may become the case that we have to blow up Poundmaker at some point here. Okay, this was the guy who was headed north. I'm going to increase... Well... The farms down here are important. And you're not housing capped. You could be growing faster. But it's already hit the 10 population mark, which is like the magic number for the rationalism policies we saw. So I'm going to focus on Changwon stuff first. This archer, I guess, is just going to bail into the water. And our quadrireme will become even better at bombarding. If we do end up having to fight people from the ocean, we are ready to do so. The King's Eel. The greatest and most powerful name. Alright, let's get our workshop going. Free City of Medina has joined Macedon. Bad news. Yeah, I'm getting a little worried about this Zoroastrianism thing. I do not want to have to go to war with him, but we may in fact have to go to war with him. Here's the thing. In order to actually prevent him from winning a religious victory, we probably have to kill him. Like, it can't just be, let's soften him up. He has to not exist anymore. So our declarations of friendship ran out, which means our alliance has ended. I'm sure that they will let us refresh. We have a lot of positive feeling from both of them. And I'm assuming that it will just hold our progress. Yeah, because if it didn't, then how would you ever get them leveled up? Okay, easy enough. I might have been able to weasel something out of them, actually. Yeah, that might have been worth doing. Well, I guess let's just keep exploring. I don't particularly need to sit here and shoot these barbarians. Man, I hope we get this done. Trying to focus on getting a wonder accomplished while you're also building new cities is a little awkward because it really splits what you want your traders to do. But I'm going to focus really hard on this because double use out of your great engineers just seems way too powerful to ignore. I kind of can't believe it hasn't been built already. Although now that I've said that, of course, it will be built soon. The watermill's good here, right? This doesn't take very long to build. It gives +1 food to these, all of which are valuable. Yeah, let's, or we can make a theater square. Here, I guess, we can increase the adjacency bonus. Oh, no, it would only give half a point, though. It gets 1 adjacency bonus for every 2 adjacent districts. And we're not going to build another district adjacent to it, so... We're certainly not building adjacent to the campus. So I guess it doesn't actually matter where it goes, but we should probably have one more. Let's put it... It's still probably right to put it here, right? This is just a random plains. Yeah, alright. We could certainly use more of those. We're getting close to our new government type, and after that we're going to rationalism for the campus science bonus. England completed research on military tactics. Which one is that? Military. Siege tactics, military science. Okay, Civilopedia, help a brother out. Military tactics is... Oh, military tactics is considerably back. It's this one. So they just went back and got this, because, I don't know, maybe they want to build the Wonder? Oh, it's weird. It's not a prerequisite for anything. I don't know why you would pick it up at this point. Hey, check it out. Stuff. Nobody took this stuff. Alright, so now we have 2 sources of coal. We can build coal-requiring stuff in any city, which is fine. I missed the button entirely. There we go. Alright. Good food for Daegu. We still have one more, actually 2 more, 3 production trade routes that we can put on. Okay, 8 turns to that. Here's hoping. That reminds me, we should check this. Victoria's at 4. I would really appreciate it if nobody took this from us. I wish I could communicate to Victoria that I would love it if she did not do that. Although, actually, she's got a bunch of cities, and the AI is so bad at placing their cities that she might actually need it. What happened here? How were barbarians able to take a builder that was right outside of a Brazilian city? He did end up putting down that... Oh, you dick. Well, isn't this city going to get completely obliterated by my... I don't know. I don't know why you would do this. It's going to get loyaltied out, right? I guess even if it doesn't, I don't really care. It's just... You cannot have coal. A fool would accept this. I am no fool, he says to me after I turn down his trade offer. That seems odd. Oh wow, another one. Okay, we should probably... Let me think here. What's next? What's the next most important thing? You still have 4 builds left. Let's get the pasture, then we'll get the stone, then we'll get the other pasture. So you don't really have to go that way. You can focus on improving Jeonju's stuff. Plantationing this sugar would get us a little bit of money and the ability to trade the bonus sugar. I actually probably have luxuries that I'm not aggressively trading all the time, which is bad. We could pick up the horses, like... Also, just making farms is good. Like, maybe I should... How much would it cost to buy the mine? 15. Ugh. That's inconvenient. This is an industrial zone, and this is a hill. Okay, let's go put a mine on this hill. That'll be worth a lot of extra industry. Make a lighthouse, then we get our trade route. And we've earned a great engineer. 215 production toward wonder construction. Get it. Alright, let's get that done, shall we? And that's a good source of era score. If we'd gotten him after we had the mausoleum, he could have double charged some other wonder, but I think using him to secure it is probably fine. Alright, Alexander felt that he hadn't shouted at us in a while, which I guess is true. Now what's this island? Crab Island over here. This looks like a place a person might want to settle. Oh good, 40 gold. You know, I laughed at that, but actually, legitimately, fully seriously, oh good, 40 gold.
A vast tomb lies over me in Halicarnassus, of such dimensions, of such exquisite beauty, as no...
Great engineers have an additional charge is awesome. Did it backfill a charge for him? Oh, he had multiple actions to begin with. It also just gave me a Great Admiral, which I don't even want. What does he do? What's his retirement ability? Gain 75 gold and get more. I mean, I don't think I want to hold on to a Great Admiral. Renaissance and Industrial Air and Naval Units. He's actually a good one. Did it say on it that it gives you a Great Admiral when completed? Did I totally miss that? Sometimes I'm reading too quickly. And this is a thing that happens. I was, listen, I've been watching people do Let's Plays. Yes, grants a free Great Admiral when constructed. It's weird that it doesn't grant it in the city that you built it in, since you know the city has to have a harbor. That's weird. But I think we're just gonna pop his ability twice, because I want the money. We will use it to buy tiles. So you can now, I think, build this factory, right? I don't think there's anything else terribly pressing. We need more food in this city. It has crazy housing and it's just not developing. We need to build more farms and stuff. That would be helpful. Okay, here. Shipyard is food and production. Yeah, that'll do. Next turn we get our new government type. Apparently we completed a quest for Valletta. What was Valletta's? I don't even remember what it was. But okay. Sure, we have one of those cities. So Francis Drake shows up. We got 3 era score for the Wonder and 1 for the Grand Admiral it gave us. That's helpful. So what I was saying is, I've been watching Let's Plays for a long time, as I imagine you all do since you're here watching this. And I was often frustrated by how these people are like playing games for an audience and they're just missing stuff. Like, wouldn't you do a better job? But it turns out just constantly talking while playing the game is way harder than you would think. It seems crazy. It seems like it definitely shouldn't be, but it totally is. So I want to build a mine here, right? Yeah, because I want to buff up my industrial zone. So let's clear the woods. And then we'll build a mine next turn, and that'll immediately complete our lighthouse. And let's build the trade unit. The more traders we have, the more points we're going to get from our dedication. So, in addition to traders being amazingly powerful, obviously.
The day we stop exploring is the day we
okay, that's cool.
To live in a stagnant world.
We have a number of good pastures. So we are switching to a merchant republic. We will no longer get plus 15% great person points, and we will lose this, but we're going to get this back because we're going to put that policy in one of our slots, and look at all the slots, and 10% extra gold in all cities with a governor. So yeah, I think it makes sense to do this. I think we can drop serfdom. What red card do we want to run? Unit maintenance reduced by 1 gold per turn per unit. That's some money. We could give an extra amenity to cities with a garrison unit. We don't actually need amenities right now, though. And I think most of these are not very good, actually. Most of these are just not relevant. Veterancy could matter. For now, I'm going to go conscription. So +2 housing in big cities, 100% campus adjacency bonuses. Obviously, those are staying. 15% faster growth and 3 loyalty per turn for cities not on your original capital's continent. This is a couple of our cities. Trade Confederation might be worth putting up. Actually, Land Surveyors might be worth putting up. I know I'm going to be buying tiles soon. Because we have builders and we have things that are worth building. Okay. So, new era, new government type. These are all good bonuses. We're getting there with the era score. Alright, I think this guy's going to go on auto explore now, too. You just earn a promotion? Okay. Can heal outside of friendly territory or better at defending versus air attacks? Well, one of those is an actual bonus and the other one isn't, so. Would I be better off just getting in the water? I think I might be. Because he has 3 movement in the water. Alright, pastures are super good now with that +1 food. Yep, so that was actually 4 extra production for the city because it boosts the industrial zone as well. You are retiring again. Things are going very well. We're definitely doing this before the stone thing, now that we get the extra food. We need to discover another wonder for him to do. For now, go to sleep. We probably want to make the factory, even though it's going to take a while. How much would it cost to buy it? We're making a huge amount of money now. 1,500 gold. Okay, never mind. You are building that. Alright, and now that we have our new government type, like I said, I think we want to go to rationalism, or the Enlightenment, rather, sorry. Because we want the rationalism policy. Remember, all of our districts have at least all of our campus districts have at least +3 adjacency bonus naturally, as long as we don't ruin it. And then several of our cities are at 10 or higher population. This should be a big boost to science. Unfortunately, it's actually several policies deep. The good news is we've already boosted them all through cleverness. Actually, mostly accidentally. And we've been offered a new great scientist. Triggers a bunch of eureka moments. Oh wow, Brazil is really, really working it. This is not one that totally blows my mind. I think we're gonna pass on you. If we had that science dedication, and this would be a huge amount of era score, I'd definitely go for it. But we're gonna pass on that so that we have first dibs on the next one, and Brazil will probably take that one, which is great for us because it means that they will be. We might be able to get the one after that as well. Hey, nothing else of terrible import. I don't need to buy anything right now. Yeah, okay. We're just improving and really churning out resources. Oh, we have a ton of faith, too. I should be paying attention because patronage might be relevant. I don't... This great merchant's not blowing my mind. We might pass on this great merchant. I'm certainly not going to patronage. So really what we're looking at is potentially patronage, using patronage to get great engineers that we're not close to, great scientists that Brazil could challenge us for. So we do want to build up like a lot of faith. Yeah, auto explore. Okay, we're gonna have to buy that tile in a second. I think I want to grab this now that pastures are super good. We'll go get the stone. I might improve the jade. We already have some jade, but we could trade off our other jade. Hold on. Am I trading off all of my luxuries that I could be trading off? We could be making even more money. No, I have an extra copy of sugar just sitting here. What would you give me for this sugar? Nothing. Okay. Hey, pound maker. Do you want some sugar? He does, but not enough to like give me stuff for it. Pedro? How you feel about sugar? Also, is your your economic alliance slot is not available yet. They'll probably maintain that alliance for the entire game. You're killing me here, man. Hey, you're in dire straits. Want some free stuff? Sorry, not free stuff. You want to pay me for some stuff? Oh, he does. What if I don't want open borders, but I do want an extra GPT? Can you not do that? Or not? Okay. I mean, he doesn't have any more gold he's willing to give me. He'll give me 5 extra gold instead of open borders. Oh, sorry. Wait, he was at 79, wasn't he? 3 extra gold. I'll take it. 3 gold is definitely more valuable than open borders. With him. Alright, our little empire is really chugging along here. That's also not that little. Sure, your embassy is a welcome addition to our capital. Oh, I should probably be doing that. I can establish embassies now too, can't I? The embassies will give us a little bit of extra diplomatic visibility with them. No, I don't have that capability. Well, never mind then. Promotion available. Are you sure? Okay, there were too many slots, I guess. Too many icons on the thing. So I couldn't actually see his promotion. Alright, we're going to have to make sure that Changwon is producing the, or is working the correct tiles in the second year. We'll also be able to run a trade route in a second out of either Changwon or Daegu, and that will hopefully help us out a little.
Change the facts.
Okay, so +1 food from plantations. Okay, that gives us a compelling reason to actually build that plantation now. Let's do this. Okay, the villagers here have shared a hidden technical secret of siege tactics. Weird that they knew that. Alright, we'll just give him an order to go clear out that other one. Yeah, we're not getting era score from that anymore either. That's a shame. We can save money by waiting 5 turns. Yeah, alright, go get the extra copy of pearls and come back. Alright, we're getting, starting to get these cities improved, so we want to... Actually, Daegu's coming along. Let's run this trade route out of Changwon. We do need an amphitheater so that we can host the Art of War somewhere. And also, it's like a 10% increase in our culture output. But also, factories are really great. Very expensive. They're really great. The shipyard... Actually, the shipyard would be 4 production for him. Or for the city. That's actually even better. And it's... Yeah, we're doing that then, I think. Food, gold, 4 production. The Great Admiral point's not very useful. But this will actually increase our culture by a lot, because the great work of writing that we're able to get because we have the slot will also give us culture. Let's take the amphitheater. We can go with the other stuff later. Okay, great merchant. Your trade routes to your own cities gain 0.5 gold for each specialty district at the location and gain 1 envoy. So Brazil took the other one. This one's not bad. A lot of them are not great. 0.5 gold for each specialty district at the location. So just like a couple of gold. And an envoy. I think we'll pass. Yeah, I'm looking for really, like, mind-blowing ones. And that one's going to get taken quickly enough that we'll still get the next one during this era. Actually, it's looking like Monumentality might have been... it might have been an alright choice. We do need to run a road out of Daegu, though.
Can't go around arresting the Thieves Guild. I mean, we'd be at it all day.
Okay. So, double industrial zone adjacency bonuses sure does seem good. Alright, let's buy whatever tiles we need to buy and then swap out land surveyors for that. I don't think we need commercial hub adjacency bonuses. We don't need gold that badly. So, what needs to get bought? Let's see here. You could buy this tile and this tile for Changwon. That's probably worth doing. Here we should buy this. Yeonju might want to buy that. It's not, like, super critical. We want to buy tiles around the Seun here. And these are still very expensive. Okay, that's not a super high priority. Hold on. This city doesn't really have much culture output, so it has a hard time acquiring tiles naturally. Let's get that. And then we can get one more tile that's in the second ring of a city, it looks like. Which is probably not going to be anything terribly meaningful. We get the other pearls. Give us the ability to have more fishing boats. That might be worth it. I'm assuming, yeah, this tile's third ring, so we can't get that. We can just pick up... We can't pick up any resource tiles, but we can just, like, grab another tile that's okay for Daegu. No, that's probably not worth doing. What about... Hatton is having some trouble producing culture. That's actually... That's a fine place for an encampment, though. They'll pick that up naturally. We might actually be good. We might just hold our money from here. Yeah, okay. So now let's go and swap that policy out. Get. And industrial zone adjacency bonuses, because we've done a good job cultivating these. Okay, we want 4 food and 3 industry, yeah. Okay, that'll road it out. I mean, this one wasn't too important because we already had a road nearby, but still good to have. Did I somehow not actually put down this pasture? Man. Oh, we have another access to another level of government building now. So the foreign ministry, leveraging city-states. If you don't know what this is, when you're the suzerain of a city-state, you can pay them some gold to take temporary control of their military. Leverage units gain +4 combat strength. +1 spy and spy capacity. All spy operations have a higher chance of success. That might be worth doing. Grants the ability to buy land units with faith. Pillaging improvements in districts. It provides faith. We don't want this. So I think we might go for an intelligence agency. Spies are useful. Okay, that'll take a while to build, but it's probably worth it. So what does Reyna have at the bottom of her tree? Allows us to purchase districts with gold, doubles our tourism. Actually, this, given the amount of gold we're making now, this might be a reasonable thing to pick up. We might want to get another governor soon, though, because governors do increase the science and culture output of our cities, remember. It might have been better to get a new governor there. Well, we have another governor title coming up in a few turns. A few turns. Some turns. Several turns from now. Alright, you have 3 builds left, so here and maybe here. Maybe we just build a lumber yard somewhere. Yeah, I think things are going alright. Oh, trade routes increase your diplomatic visibility. I should probably have known that, but I probably did know that. Wait, let me tell you, the list of things that I've forgotten about 4X games. Things I at one point knew, and now know no longer. Alright, Dagu's actually like a pretty good city now. Okay, the Great Lighthouse is finished. Poundmaker is potentially going to make a push for a culture victory. When you get a lot of wonders, that definitely helps with your tourism. Victoria actually has the best culture defense. 21, 34. So the way this works is things in your empire may produce tourism. Wonders produce tourism. Holy sites produce tourism in the early game more than in the later game. I guess we'll go ahead and mine this. And then basically the way you win is by having your tourism output to other countries overwhelm their natural culture output. Which is culture is sort of functions as tourism defense. So you gotta watch out for people who are building a lot of wonders, because wonders are decent sources of tourism, but really where the majority of tourism will come from in such a victory is great works. And that's a little bit less visible. Well, you have to pay a little bit more attention to. But anyway, the reason I was looking at the trade... oh, what's up? You want horses and pearls in exchange for quite a lot of money. I accept. I don't know why he still wants horses. Actually, his technology may be so poor that horse units are the best units he can make. That would be very sad. Okay. So, let's have a quick look at this. In 11 turns, this trade route will be complete. 5, 10, 9... So we don't know exactly how long the era is going to be, but it's going to be 26 to 46 turns. So all of these will complete within that window. Plus, some of these may complete the one we start after they're done. So we may actually get like 6 or 7 era score from that, which is not enough. It's not even close to enough. Plus 20% production in the city, plus 1 production for each mine and quarry. Must be built along a river adjacent to an industrial zone. Oh, so we can't actually... we could put it over top of a mine. It would definitely be an upgrade to our industry output, to our production output. Because when we mine out all of these tiles, which we should be doing aggressively at this point, probably. Oh, man. Yeah, I'm going to go for this. It will lower our science by 1, and it will lower our industry here by an additional 1, losing this mine, which is a shame, but I think the upside is too good. It's too high. Yeah, this is right. So let's get, what's his face over here? Put a couple of charges into that. 22 turns left. Make our lighthouse here so we can get another trade route running. And now that we have an amphitheater finished, I think we want to go ahead and retire old Sun Tzu. His days as a general are over. They sort of never really began. He wants to trade me coal for niter. No, get out of here with this. You don't get to have coal. You can't find your own source of coal, you just gotta live without. We are not friends, guy. I don't know where you got that idea. Alright, let's make a builder. We'll buy some tiles, we'll put up some more mines. I might clear some forests and stuff. Like this could be cleared because there's a hill underneath, and that'll help us rush this even more. Another 4 turns off of it. Boy, that great engineer turned out to be fantastic. Alright, let's see here. Oh, Oxford, too. That's another thing I wanted. The thing is, the thing that gates you on the science victory, honestly, is production more than science, in my experience. Because the space race projects take a lot of work to get finished. So I think I would rather have Ruhr Valley than Oxford. I'm debating whether it's even worth trying to build Oxford here, or whether it would be better to just try to build it in Gyeongju after Ruhr Valley is completed. Must be built on grassland or plains adjacent to a campus. Oh, actually, we will not be able to build it here. Oh, no, these are grassland hills. These are plains hills. Yeah, we could try it. 43 turns. 43 turns is not good. So we have 26.4 industry here, 47.3 here, and that's before Ruhr Valley. Yeah, I'm going to hold off and we'll try to build it. It doesn't have to be flatland, right? Just grassland or plains. Okay. Let's actually, hold on, let's make sure. Let's just go ahead and buy one of these tiles right now. Sorry. No, that would not allow me to build it. It doesn't say flatland, but it must actually be flatland. So we can't build it here. That's weird. Does it say that in the Civilopedia entry? I guess Grassland Hills is the name of a tile. It's not that they are hills of the grassland type. Okay. So we can't build it in Gyeongju. Where would we build it if we were going to build it? You have 35.7 production, so you are where we would build it, probably. 21. What am I doing? I have a report for this. Yangsan is... Yes, Yangsan is the city. Although Yangsan only has 35.7 production because of trade. Without the trade, it would be at 29. So actually, that's still better. Yeah. Okay. So why don't we have you build a builder? And you can try to rush Oxford University out. And I would rather do it in a tile that's not adjacent to Torstolpain. For obvious reasons. I guess here's fine. I don't think it particularly matters where we do it. 35 turns, it's better. Not awesome. So the next great engineer is not something we want. Okay, this great merchant is totally something we want. An extra luxury. That's cool. Actually, is it even? I don't care about that. Boy, oh boy, do we not need amenities. Alright. Anyway, what are we doing? We're doing... probably ending the turn, I guess. So we need to get some industry going here as well. We don't actually have anywhere else that we can improve. We could build a mine there. But it's actually already running trade routes and stuff. Like, we can't mess with that too much more. I can't believe he did this. What a jerk. Okay, yeah, we still need housing. That's certainly a problem. Hey, look, more amenities. This city really developed nicely. Oh, hey, look at the time. I get really wrapped up in these 4X games. So I think things are going exceedingly well now, but We still have to worry about this religious victory. If he gets close to taking another civ, and actually, it should be trivial for him to get Arabia, provided that, yeah, he's actually already on it. So these two will be our last bastions. We're gonna okay. We're gonna have to do something. I hate that. I'm enjoying our alliance, but we might have to like blow him up. That's not even gonna be easy to do. I think it's gonna be necessary though. So his cities are like 51 combat strength, 40, a lot of them in the 40s. So cannons should be pretty good against them. We do already have this catapult. All we have to do is upgrade it, and we certainly are making money quickly enough to revolutionize our army. And in fact, we're going to get diplomatic service in a couple of turns here. And when we do, we'll just swap some of our civics out because we do have a policy that dramatically reduces the cost of upgrading units, don't we? Yeah. All right. We may have to turn on one of our friends, unfortunately, which means we also need to find a Casus Belli for doing it. I mean, we really don't want to break the alliance, right? Oh, we actually can't, even. We have to wait for the alliance to run its course before we can do that. That's dangerous. 16 turns before we can even think about it. Man, I do not want to lose the game to religion when we're doing so well. All right. It's something we'll figure out. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you're still enjoying the series as much as I'm enjoying making it. Come back next time. We're going to have to contemplate history's greatest double cross. And we'll see you then.